Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm back to college. Yeah, our classes have started. So, if I hope physical classroom will also start soon. So, where you have to attend the classes. Okay, you have to come to college and back and then attend the classes again. So, today we are the last topic left in this syllabus in the module 4. That is, we'll be studying on that. This is the SAS standard. Okay, just let me share the screen. So you can see this is a star standard. So it's basically full form is statement on auditing standards. So from the name itself, it is very clear. So it's a standard for auditing. So now, if it comes to the auditing, so what do you mean by auditing? So in the previous classes, I told you auditing means something monitoring, right? In every organization, whatever works and suppose whatever works an organization does is everything is documented, right? So that documentation is checked by certain uh, organization. Maybe suppose we if you are AICT approved, so AICT will validate the documents like once after 3 years. UGC will come and visit and they will verify the documents whether if it is a university educational institution. Similarly, other organizations like other industries organizations will have separate auditing purposes. They will check that whether everything is going according to the norms or not. So they will check all the documents properly, and if they don't find anything proper or any improper things are there, they will just need to report it. Okay, so this SAS 70. Okay, so this statement on auditing standard number 70 was basically developed, as you can see, by an American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So this is an authority standard for auditing organizations. So this is basically used by this auditing organization. So it's basically standard. So whatever the standards we have studied, like in the previous classes we have studied about the COVID, we have studied about the ITIL, we have also studied about the COSO, right? Okay, so today we are going to study about this SAS. So in 2011, so this was replaced, this SAS 70 was replaced with the statement on standard for attestation engagement. So this SAS 70 was replaced by SSAE number 16. So this SAS 70 defined the basically the standards for independent auditor to follow for like assessing the internal controls of an organization. So whatever like the for every like auditor, what are the standards they must follow for, because for auditing purpose only, so they can just check anything, right? According to what they want, they have to like based on some norms, some certain norms should be there. So they have to think according to that only. Okay, so they will audit based on that. So the SAS 70 was developed for simplifying the standards defined by the SAS 55. So again, this you can see this is number 70, right? So again, this is under this SAS 70 also, it has developed for simplification of the standards in the which was defined in the standard SAS 55. So more standards can come. But now this SAS 70 has turned into, you can see the statement on standard attestation engagement. Okay, so later it's got modified, right? So or replaced. That's the thing. But before the SAS 70, there was a certain standards or certain rules developed with the bio SAS 55 also. So you can see the SAS 70 audit reports are of very high significance to any service organization. So whichever companies, okay, so whichever companies they provide certain services, for not the product based company but the service based company. So it's very important. Suppose for like because these organizations depend on their services for achievement of the objectives. Now what are the like suppose few companies, suppose you join some like Capgemini is there, Accenture or this companies. Okay, so they will send you to provide service to they by have the heard that your seniors have gone to like other places as a client client place, maybe to someone goes to Germany, someone goes to Malaysia. Why they go to provide the services? Do you think that they just go for they because they like it? It's not so, right? They go there. So sorry for the disturbance, but it's what to do. Okay, but they go there to provide certain services to the client side. Okay, so this is basically very important because since they are providing service, so whatever service, maybe test some, they want to check for like deploy a product, deploy a software there in the client location, or like they can go for have to testing. So that is why a team is sent. Okay, so they are not the comply peoples are not given money just to like okay, you can just have a world tour or something, world tour or something. Just you have they are given money. They go to this client location to have a to get a better better service to the organization. Even if you go for the like on if you buy any online products. Okay, so what happens in the online product also, suppose you buy a laptop, then also suppose you go for Dell, so if they will come to your home if you are, like have any problem, so they will come to your home to provide you the replacement of the product, right? So these are the services. So this SAS 70 audit is very important for such kind of organization. So hence the necessity for the host service organization to ensure that they have the necessary control in place to handle the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the customer data. So, see, the Dell company is sending their experts to your house if you have any organization. So, it is the that means what you are giving your information to the organization, right? That is maybe your address is there, phone number is there. So, lot of the things are there. So, this the company should make sure that these things are protected, right? They should not like viral it. It's not that that's the thing we should do. We should protect the data. So this is by SAS 70. This is understood that it will be there. Then this SAS 70 was introduced in which year? In the year 1992, which got replaced in the year 2011, right? So when the service industry was still in its nascent stage. So you can see this outsourcing was a very new concept, okay, at that time. So most of these IT processes were performed in-house. So in 1992, you can just with PG. Uh, so this SaaS was a very old thing, right? In 1992, it got its significance, right, in the year 1992. So hence, you can see the necessity for hosting organization to ensure that like can see outsourcing was like in the previously this was not possible, that companies hardly used to send people to their client locations, but nowadays you can hear from every each and every company, right? So here you see, but the tiniest of tiny processes, like the smallest processes, now getting outsourced, raise concerns in the parent organization. So it's a like any if any of the services now leave about the outsourcing to the different client locations, probably abroad. So if you leave about that one, if a small service also it's coming, like it's a small service if they are providing to you, that is if you have any laptop issue and they are providing you some with some service there, for that also the organization is responsible. So this SAS 70 was developed to provide assurance for an outsourcing organization. So because it's basically a standard, right, it will mention that all these things are properly outsource or like give the proper assurance about the security of the system, right? So that is why this was done. Okay, so I think you hope you people have like got the cloud computing subject, so where you have studied the software as a service, right? So in the software as a service, like we don't have to think about neither the infrastructure, not do we have to install the softwares, like anything. We can directly go and implement our code, right? So this, so you can see it's become more. widespread with new concepts bringing a software as a service. So that is why if you are getting the software as a service, you hardly have to think about anything. Everything will be taken care by the third party. So for this purpose, this SaaS, that means what we are outsourced. You are using someone else services, right? Given by other. So this for this purpose, this SaaS 70 it became more relevant, and the certifications were evidence to the outsourcing organization that the service operators provider were indeed having sufficient internal controls to ensure the customers' data confidential. So ultimately, what that means that this software as a service, since they provide the software as a service, they came into picture with the usage of cloud computing. This got a huge importance. Okay, now. Uh, So there are two types of basically audit reports are there. So I told you the SAS sub 70 is like for auditing purpose only, right? Now these are two SAS 70 is for used for two types of first. The first is the type 1 and second one is the type 2. So what are the auditing reports that will be covered in the type 1 report? So the type 1 report, the auditor basically it will evaluate the efforts of the organization. So what steps, what activities they have done. Okay, so at the time of audit to prevent accounting inconsistencies. Okay, so where they have invested everything. So if any monetary problem is there, so they need to take into account in this type 1. So the auditor will also evaluate how these efforts would bring in the desired outcomes. Okay, so they have to also like think about it whether like whatever the efforts they have given in terms of the activities they have invested in, so how will it like be able to uh, how will this like this efforts will be fruitful to the organization, and how will be able to like how they will be able to get the desired output, right? So and next we have the type 2 reports. So in type 2 report, so apart from the things that type 1 needs to be do, type 1 report needs to do, here it will be like presenting the type like the auditor will also indicate the efficacy, that the efficiency of the all the internal controls over a six period of 6 months. So after 6 months this audit, generally this auditing thing is done like after year, like after then generally annually it's done. But here we'll go for this type 2 report. Here this auditor will indicate like what is the efficiency of the activities you have taken into control. So all these things you have to think. Okay. Next, coming to the benefits of SAS 70, you can see that this certificate of compliance will provide necessary trust to the of the customers. Why this will provide? So we are least concerned about the security. We know that if it is SAS certified, okay, this SAS 70 certified, that means it comes with the security and assurance that everything the services will be good enough. Next, again, having a SAS audit done will provide the edge for the service organization over its peers, since the internal audits have been validated for effectiveness. So whatever the activities or efforts you have taken, it's getting validated in the annually basis. So and they are like giving you advice also if you are going wrong, and they give their report, right? So we have the exact idea like which way we are going, is we doing the things correctly or not. So that's why we are getting the benefit of this. Now whatever the these are the benefits, that it's highly secure and it gives us assurance, okay, and also that we get some idea from our peers, okay, since we it becomes more effective. But there are some disadvantages also of the shortcomings also. You can see it will focus mainly on the security and the internal control of sourcing, internal controls of service. Okay, so it will only focus on the security, but there are other concerns also that we have studied in the earlier one, like we have the COSO and the COVID one, right? So another flaw is that it is more focused on the impact of the uh, financial accounting. Okay, hence it might be not appropriate standard for complying with the service strategies such as cloud computing. So it is only like financial, it take into account only the finance part. Okay, so other things like the other cloud services and everything, that they don't take into account for that. So these are the shortcomings, because we have, it should be something that should be able to adaptable with the latest technologies, right? But this standard is not so. So here we can see that we have also studied about the ISO 27000 and the NIST, so which are compatible and robust, adaptable to these things. So here is a comparison table is there. So you can see for the COVID, COSO and SAS. So you can see primary audience here is in the COVID part is the management, users, information system auditors. For COSO we have only the management, and for SAS we have the external auditors. And for COVID, like we can see the information, its communication will be viewed as a set of processes, and including policies, procedures, practices, organizational structures. Okay, and this COSO will be viewed as a process, and this SAS will be again a process too. Now you can see the objectives organization. So you can see it is effective and efficient operations are there. So basically the confidentially in the COVID is confidentiality, integrity, availability of information, then reliable functional reporting, compliance with laws and regulations. And here you can see the COSO is effective and efficient operations, reliable functional reporting, compliance with laws and regulations. And the last one is the reliable financial reporting, effective and efficient operation, compliance with laws and regulations. So these are the various focus. So you can see it will focus on basically the information technology, and it will focus on overall entity, right? And it will only, since we studied now, you know that it will be more focused on the financial statement and domains. You can see here it is planning and organization, acquisition and implementation, delivery and support and monitoring. Here the components will be control environment, risk management, control activities, information communication, monitoring. And here control environment, risk assessment, assessment control activities, monitoring. So you can just see the effectiveness for a period of time at a point and for a period of time again. And this is a responsibility of whom and management, and sizes. Since you can see 187 pages in 4 documents. The 4 documents will be there. It okay, and this also have like 4 volumes of like 353 pages, and this SAS we have the 63 pages in 2 documents. So this was the end of your syllabus for IT governance. Okay, we don't have any. Okay. So finally your syllabus is over. From next class we have to revise. I know, like so my portion is over, that my part is I have not understood that thing, and we have not gone through also. We just discussing in the next class. So start from school one, and then we continue. Then on 16th we have exam also. So I don't know whether it will be examination or online, but let's just have a look. So just wait, let me take the attendance. So